Hello, so we're going to continue the 8.2 notes on floor plans. So how our essential question is, how do I decide how much space I need and want? And I'm just taking care of that space. So remember, we talked about the British thermal units with our air conditioner. We're adding a deck, or if you did any sort of building or additions to your place. Okay, so this one, everybody, so we have, we're still going to work on 8.2, okay? So of course, I'm going to tell you to draw diagrams. So draw it out. Okay, so we have, we want to paint, okay? So everybody said we're going to paint. So we're going to do walls. So for the walls, we do 2 coats of paint. And the ceiling, we're going to do one coat of paint. Okay, so using this, we're going to use this to do that. So we need to find, okay, the area of the short walls. Okay, so the area of the short walls are going to be here. So this one, and then the one in the back. Okay, so notice it's going to be, so right here it says for the height, okay, the height is 8, so that means the height is also 8 over here. Okay, so we're going to do 8 times 14, or 14 times 8. We have 2 walls, 2 coats of paint, so 2 walls, 2 coats of paint. So we get 448 feet squared, okay? And then we need the area for the long walls, okay? So we're gonna do 16, okay? So those are the walls that are right here, so the front, okay, and the back, so these right here, so those walls. Okay, so that's gonna be 16 by 8, so 16 by 8, 2 walls, 2 coats of paint. So we get 512 feet squared, okay? And then on the ceiling, okay, we're gonna paint on the ceiling, of course, everybody. So we're going to, for our ceiling, so for the ceiling, we do 1 coat. So 16 times 14 times 1 coat, okay, 1 coat of paint. So do you see that one is gonna be, I don't know what color to do that one, but it's gonna be right here. It's gonna be on the bottom. Okay, and that's 16 by 14. So we multiply all those together and we get 224 feet squared. Okay, so our total area, so we're going to add all these together. $448 plus 512 plus 224. So we get 1,184 feet squared. Okay. So let's say, so we also need to figure out how many gallons of paint we need. Okay. So 1 gallon. I'm gonna zoom in so I can see this a little better. All right, so 1 gallon covers 250 square feet, and it costs $35.50 per gallon. Okay, so we're going to take that 1,184. We're going to divide it by 250. We get 4.736. We're going to round that up, everybody. Okay. So everybody, when you notice this, round up to the whole gallon. Okay. Plus, when you're painting, you always want a little bit of extra paint just in case. So our question's how many gallons of paint? Do we need? Okay, so we're going to do 5 times $335.50. Okay. So we want to know the cost. With sales tax of 8.2%. Okay, so we're going to do that. So that's the cost. Sales tax is going to be 5 gallons times the $35.50 times 0.082. Okay, so that's the sales tax amount. Okay, and that's going to give us the total cost, which is $192.06. Okay, so that's the total cost to paint the room. Okay, what if we also wanted to put in new carpet? Okay, so we're going to be using, so the carpet, everybody remember carpet's going to be on the floor right here. Okay, so it's going to be this 14 by 16. So we're doing 14 by 16 for the carpet. So the length and the width. Okay, and it sells for $6.25 for a square foot. And it also cost $79 to install it. Sales tax is $8.02%. Okay, so we're gonna have to figure that out. Okay, so we're gonna have to go ahead and multiply. So the area of the floor is 16 by 14. Notice the area of the floor and the ceiling is the same. So it's going to be 224. So the area of the floor is the same as the ceiling. Okay. And then we're going to have to find, so we're going to have to do 224 times $6.25. So $1,400. Okay. Now we need to do the cost. But at this, I'm just breaking it down. So 1,400 plus the $79 installation fee. Okay, and then our total cost is $1,479 plus the $1,079 times 0.082, remember percent por ciento. So we get $1,600.28. And that is the cost. Okay, everybody, you got this.